figuring out what to write or post about is a problem many small business owners face when creating content to publish on social media or anywhere else that they promote their business. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you on how to use content pillars to generate stellar content ideas that attract the right people and make you look like an expert in your niche. So by the end of this video, no matter whether you are an Etsy seller, a Shopify seller, maybe you have your own website, you will have actionable steps that will help you with setting up your content pillar, how to generate endless content ideas, and how to fill up your editorial calendars for months in advance. So if you want to learn what type of content you should be posting on a regular basis, make sure to stick around till the end. Hi, and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nancy, and I help small business owners like you turn your passions into profits. Make sure to show me some love by subscribing to the channel today for weekly videos. So let's start by defining what a content pillar is. So content pillars are 3 to 5 topics that your brand will consistently discuss, amplify, and create content for social media, blogging, and pretty much any other platform that you use to promote your business. And one of the best ways to create your brand's content pillars is by focusing on topics that you want to be known for. This can help you with your brand messaging, and it can help you become an industry leader in a specific niche or several related ones. Now, the primary benefit of creating content pillars for your brand is making content planning a breeze. You will be able to come up with endless content and never run out of ideas when posting on social media and any other platforms that you currently use. So an example of how content pillars will work for a specific topic is, let's say that your topic is anxiety. That's one that you pick because you sell anxiety bracelets. Some ideas for subtopics that you could cover are what anxiety means, how to deal with anxiety, 5 tips to help you get control over your anxiety, the best apps to help track your anxiety, 5 top exercises to help with anxieties. Let's say another topic that you pick is anxiety bracelet. Some ideas for subtopics that you could cover are, do anxiety bracelets really work? Where to buy anxiety bracelets? You could also talk about, do bracelets work for anxiety? Can bracelets help anxiety? How to use an anxiety bracelet? As you can see, these are all different types of subtopics that can be a separate piece of content, and they all point back to anxiety. So once you have picked your content pillars, you will never run out of content ideas, and you'll be able to cover subtopics from different angles. So let's get started on the steps of choosing your content pillars for your small business. And make sure to grab my free content pillar ideas workbook today. You could find the link in the description box below. So step number 1 is choose 3 to 5 content pillars. So make sure they choose anywhere from 3 to 5, and make sure that these are broad topics that are relevant and align with what your brand or what you want your brand to be known for. So start by thinking about topics that you consider yourself knowledgeable in, or maybe even topics that you're very passionate about. Now, if you're having a hard time coming up with topics, then refer back to your audience. You always want to go back to your audience. So think about your audience, like, who is my target customer? Think about your business purpose. What problem am I trying to solve? Why will customers choose my business over others? These are things that you should be thinking about. Your business goals are, ask yourself these questions. As a brand, why do you produce content? And pro tip is, it's supposed to move you closer to your goals, right? Every piece of content that you put out there is supposed to be intentional, not just to post. So for example, my content pillars are Etsy tips, small business tip, mindset, marketing tips, and passive income. So come up with 3 to 5. Step number 2 is build out your content pillars with subtopics. So it's time to build up an idea bank, and you use your content pillars as a starting point for brainstorming different subtopics and angles that you could talk about. And you could generate different ideas of what people are searching for your related niche. So the first one that I have for you guys, the first tool, is using a site called answerthepublic.com. It will help you come up with a list of questions that people are searching for within your content pillars. So let me show you how it works. So here we are on answerthepublic.com. And this is a really great website because technically it's going to tell you the questions that your target audience is searching for. So you go in here and you could type in 1 to 2 keywords that is relevant to your niche or relevant to the product or service that you're selling. And you do a search and it's going to come up with all of these different questions. If you upgrade, it does give you more, but I just used the free version of it. And it gives you all of these questions here. Who sells anxiety bracelets? Does anxiety bracelets really work? Can bracelets help anxiety? How to use anxiety bracelets. As you can see, these are all questions that people are asking based on anxiety bracelets. And you could pretty much create so much content around this particular topic. So this is just on one topic. You're going to pick 3 to 5 that you want to be known for that's relevant to your business. Imagine we have 30 questions here just on one topic. So imagine if you add another topic, just the word anxiety by itself. Maybe another topic that goes with this is inspiration. Maybe you want to talk about you and how you dealt with anxiety. Maybe the 4th topic, you want to talk about maybe something else that deals with anxiety. Maybe it's mindset, right? How to change your mindset, how to deal with things, right? That way you could overcome anxiety. As long as you are talking about the main topic, which is anxiety, and maybe you sell anxiety bracelets, all of this is going to tie back to your main niche. And you're going to have so much content that you could create blog postings, you could create podcasts, or you could do a YouTube video that you could share on social media, and you could become an authority in this particular niche, whatever product or services that you currently sell. So this is why I love Answer the Public. I highly recommend for you to check it out and kind of play around with it so you could get familiar with all of the subtopic questions that you could grab from here to create endless content for your business. Another way to develop ideas for your content pillars is listening to your audience if you currently have one. And one way to ensure that you provide your audience with content that they enjoy and can be excited about is by asking them what topics will be of interest. So send out a survey and ask for feedback. You could even do this on social media in less formal ways like through polls or surveys. In addition, you could also review your analytics. Every platform that you use to promote your business and you create content lets you review what content is already resonating with your audience. And you're able to see what type of visuals or captions are getting the most shared likes or comments. And then you add similar content to your idea bank spreadsheet so that you could create more posts with these ideas. Now, step number 3 is create an editorial calendar with your content ideas. Now, we're almost finished, and the last part of the equation is to add all of your content ideas into your idea bank spreadsheet to start planning out your content. Because you created so much content ideas, you should be able to plan out your next 30 to 60 days of content, and it should be a combination of long form content such as blogging, emails, and social media. Now, every business should focus on the following. Number 1, long form content. The best way to rank in the search engines is by writing long form content. This can be blog posts, this could be a podcast, This could be a YouTube video. It will help you maintain your rankings over time as well. So it's really important. Number 2 is nurture your audience by sending engaging emails that will help you build trust. And number 3 is create quality and engaging content for social media to grow your brand, awareness, trust, and like factor. So there you have it, how to use content pillars to generate endless content for your small business. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, and thanks for watching.